Welcome back to Rocket Recap. Let's talk about Rocket League. So this week we lost a legend. First Killer announced which team he signed to, and we got to see some lady soccer cars, which was pretty good. It's pretty good. So let's get into it. So let's start out with some good news, neutral news, I guess. The new in-game event is going to be starting on January 20th. And that's Lucky Lanterns. So you get lanterns for playing the game, which you can trade in for items. And there's also going to be a new arena, the Forbidden Temple. I'm almost certain this is a stadium that is in Chinese Rocket League right now that we haven't seen yet. If you're just playing vanilla Rocket League, which is going to be pretty cool. It's going to be nice to see. They have video of it online. It looks good. It's got a lot of colors. Can't wait to play on it. So, we got some more information on Low Key and what happened with them. So, apparently, this is all according to the Score Esports. I'll put a link in the description so you can check the video out yourself. But apparently, Low Key wasn't paying players and hadn't been paying them since October of last year. And this isn't just Rocket League. They had a PUBG team. They had a Dragon Ball Fighters team, CSGO. So they have different teams in different regions around the world. And apparently a lot of people haven't been getting paid since last year. So, yeah, pretty much, even if they had won RLCS, I don't think it would have saved them because he said they owed more than $130,000 to different players and vendors. So, yeah, we got some more information on that. If you want to check that video out, then you can check the link in the description. And so, the worst news of the off-season by far so far is Lawler, a legendary caster, has been casting RLCS since Season 1, isn't going to be casting for Season 9. He announced it last Sunday, and he has a video up on his YouTube page, thanking everybody for, all the good memories. And it's sad to see him go. Lawler is, just as much a part of the Rocket League community as the players. We probably recognize him maybe even more than some of the players. And, we all obviously wish him the best. Maybe he'll come back because the same thing happened to Shogun. Shogun announced from Season 2. He casted up to Season 5, and then he came back in Season 8. So, hopefully this isn't the last we see of Lawler. He, has great commentary. You love to see him on the desk. He's just a big part of the community. And, he's obviously still going to be around, but we're obviously going to miss him at RLCS this season. And so, best of luck, Lawler. And you can go check him out on his stream or his YouTube channel. So with that, let's get into some roster moves. So like I said, First Killer announced where he's going to be going to. And it is Ghost. So he's going to be playing with Atomic and Illusion at Ghost. And apparently he's been in scrims already and already making RLCS level mistakes. No, they posted a video of a scrim, and he's going for a save, and he just barely misses it and gets the own goal. And, they're just giving him a hard time a little bit, welcoming him to RLCS. But, yeah, he's going to be playing with Ghost, so let's see how they do this year. First Kill is one of the top ones players, and we saw how that worked out with Scrub Killer and Fairy Peak. When you're good at ones, you usually turn out to be pretty good at threes. So let's see how he does. Vitality also announced their new third, which is going to be Alpha 54, who came from TSM. So Vitality's got a full roster now. Alpha is a French player too, so apparently the rumors may have been true that Vitality may have been trying to put a Olympic team together so that they can go into the Olympics as a whole team, which isn't bad marketing. It's pretty good marketing, actually. If you can get to the Olympics as a whole team, just think about what that's going to do. It's a whole lot of free marketing, free publicity, so maybe that's what they were going for. But their team is final now. So that leaves a spot on TSM, who picked up Magnus, which is a pretty big pickup. Magnus is, well, inventor of the Magnus flip. So, yeah, he's pretty good. So it's Magnus, Remco, and Metanaris. TSM is looking pretty good again. I mean, they were good before. Alpha is a good player, but I think Magnus is going to fit well with them too. So I'm still looking for good things from TSM. And so after 3 Sens dropped Math, we were looking to see who they were going to pick up. And they picked up PJ. So now they've got a full squad. Maddox, PJ, and Vault. But they lost their coach, Jado, who went to Lotus. But they got a new coach, Chaos. So 3 Sens, they came in second place in RLCS South America last year. I haven't seen PJ play, so I'm not really sure how good he is. But they think that they can do better with him than they did with Math, so he must be pretty good because Math is a great player. So the qualifiers for that are starting this weekend, so we'll be able to see how they do. And after Burrito B left Method to join the boys, we were all wondering what was going to happen with Method, and we found out this week that they disbanded, and Method is now, the old Method is now the new Triple Trouble for the most part. Rix Ronde and Tadpole revived Triple Trouble, so they still need a third because, like I said, Burrito B went to the boys already. So that's another team in Europe, RLRS, that is a perennial powerhouse. So they're not quite RLCS level yet, but they're pretty close. So if they can pick up a good third, then we might see them in there next year. Let's talk about some series from this past week. We had the Skirmish Invitational, EU and NA. So let's talk about EU because they have some games I was really looking forward to. So the new incarnation of We Them Girls finally made their debut. They played against RJM. A lot of these teams are just pickup teams, so they're not signed by any orgs, but they're still really good players. The new We Them Girls is Breezy, Ixo, and Greasy Meister, and they performed just like I thought they would. Well, they won the whole thing, so you can't really perform much better than that. But they looked really good. They played well together. They had really good passing plays. I guess We Them Girls is just a lucky name. You know, if you want to be good, if you don't want to put in the hours, you don't want to train, just name your team We Them Girls and you might find some success. Next, let's talk about DCG versus RJM. In this series, man, this is just such a heartbreaking series because if you play Rocket League, you know exactly how this feels, where both teams, they were evenly matched. It was a good series, but they would just have little mistakes. They'd be in good position, they'd be rotating well, and then, they'd just have a bad clear, or, maybe they just accidentally hit the ball straight to the other player. They didn't see him, and, maybe they would get caught out of position. It was just the ultimate feels bad man series because there would be certain times where, they would be there and then they would just whiff and it's like, oh, that one whiff and it costs you a goal. When you're playing at that high of a level, every mistake you make gets punished. And this series was just a clear indication of that, how you mess up and you're going to get punished for it. But it was really good Rocket League on both sides. but just watching it just felt bad. And so now let's talk about Sakura Blue versus Chelsea. This was in the Women's Cardball Championship Season 1. And I wanted to see how they played. And they look really good. Sakura Blue was just all over the field. Like, Chelsea, you played good, but Sakura Blue was just, they took it to them. They had just beautiful passing plays. They had good challenges, good reads. Mechanically, they were doing just ridiculous, good ball placement in the net. Everything just looked really good. I'm not gonna say I was surprised, because just because they're girls or women doesn't mean they can't play Rocket League. So I wasn't surprised. I was just more taken aback because they use toppers. And you don't really see toppers too much, which I like to see. You know, everyone is tryhards at that level, and no one likes to have fun. They were using the chats. You know, it was just a good time. So that's going to be going on for a couple more weeks. So if you get a chance to watch it, you should definitely watch it. And this game right here, if you need any more proof that girls can play Rocket League just as good as guys, the 72 PCG versus Boosted Girls Game 1 will take all that doubt out of your mind, because mechanically, teamwork, positioning, rotation, like this whole game, just some of the crazy angles and placement. Like, how do you don't see very many lower 90 shots. You see a lot of upper 90 shots, but these just perfectly placed lower 90 shots just kept getting through, and it's just like, you don't see that. And this Doomsy dish, come on. Like, if you had any doubt that girls can't play Rocket League as good as guys, watch this game, and then watch the next game, and then watch the next game, and then just watch the whole tournament, because they look really good out there. So let's talk about some tournaments coming up for the next week. We've got the APL Esports The Clash Season 2 qualifiers. That's going to be on January 19th. And also the Collegiate Rocket League East and West qualifiers are going to be on the 19th also. And also we have the Brawl Week 7. And that's put on by Lawler. So go check that out for sure and support Lawler, because, you know, make sure we show him some love, because we're going to miss him. So we got to get as much Lawler as we can while we can. Alright guys, that's it for this week. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for coming back. See you on the pitch.